Chicken adobo is a delicious Filipino dish made with chicken simmered in a savory sweet sauce. It's delicious and can be also turned into a massive high-volume meal. To start, I will be preparing chicken thighs. Chicken thighs have a bit of a bad reputation due to their higher fat content compared to chicken breasts. However, this isn't as bad as it might seem if you remove the skin before cooking. If you can't find skinless chicken thighs, just pull the skin with your hands from the side where the skin isn't attached to the meat, then you can pull it over and with a knife remove that from the meat. I will also remove the excess fat that is on the edges of the meat. As you can see, the skin part is not that big. In this case it weighs only 19 grams, but because it's higher fat content, the skin has 66 calories. The meat in itself weighs 83 grams and 119 calories. So by removing the skin, I just saved about 1/3 of the calories. Because the thigh is so small, I will prepare another one to add a bit more meat to the dish. In total they weigh 185 grams. I do not recommend using chicken breast for this dish and I will show you why in a second. Stick to skinless chicken thighs. Next are the vegetables, and I will start with dicing 1 medium yellow onion that weighs 50 grams, and then I will peel 5 cloves of garlic. This is kind of the signature of this meal. They will become very mild in flavor during cooking, so don't worry about this being too many. I will give all of them a light smash. Then, and this is optional, I will also slice 1 small chili into smaller pieces. This is very hot. You can also leave this out if you don't like it spicy. The last aromatic is dry bay leaf. I will add 4 to 5 leaves. So, because this dish is not that high in volume, I will add about 200 grams of broccoli florets, roughly half a broccoli. This works perfect with all the different flavors that are in this meal. Also, broccoli is a great way to sneak in additional protein. 200 grams will add another 6 grams to the meal with only 72 calories. I will slice them into smaller pieces. Half is enough because they will shrink later during cooking. The last thing to prepare is the sauce, and this starts with the signature ingredient, which is vinegar. I personally will add rice vinegar, but you can also use white vinegar. 30 grams goes into a glass. Next is the same amount of soy sauce, followed up by 30 grams of water, and lastly something to balance everything with sweetness. You have the choice between honey. You can also add 20 grams of hoisin, which is a sweet thick soy sauce, or you can just add about 10 grams of brown sugar. Don't make it without one of these ingredients because it will be too vinegary. I tried it and it's very sour. I also tried with erythritol, but it didn't work either, so I personally add in 10 grams of honey, which is enough, and will only add 30 extra calories. The authentic adobo doesn't have a lot of vegetables, at least the recipe I've researched, which isn't a proper balanced meal, which brings me to the sponsor of today's video, Masterworks. Masterworks is a startup that allows you to invest in museum-grade million-dollar art for just a fraction of a cost. This isn't NFT or cryptocurrency, this is work from the legendary artists like Picasso, Banksy and Monet. They buy the art up front, qualify it with the SEC, and down the line, if the painting is sold for a profit, you receive your share. In 8 of their 9 last exits, Masterworks has delivered net returns over 13.9% to the investors. Over the last 26 years, contemporary art prices have outpaced the S&P by 131%, and according to the MW All Art Index, the last time inflation was near its current levels, art prices appreciated at a yearly average of 17.5%. Nearly 600,000 people have signed up so far, and with demand growing, they are acquiring art on a weekly basis. So there is a waitlist, but my subscribers can skip the waitlist by clicking the link in the description. As with any investments, past performance is not a guarantee for future results, and this might not be the right investment idea for you, but if you are looking to diversify your current portfolio, check out masterworks.com/fellow. Let's get cooking. I will add about 4 grams of oil to a pan on medium heat and start with the onion. I will fry them under occasional stirring until they slowly turn translucent and have some dark spots. This will add flavor to the sauce later on. After 2 to 3 minutes, I will push them to the side, add in another bit of oil, and now go in with chicken thighs. I will fry both sides for about 1 to 2 minutes. This is just to give them some color and not to cook them through. I will also add a ton of ground black pepper, about 30 grams worth. I've seen recipes that call for black peppercorns, but I don't have any on hand. After 90 seconds or so, I will flip one piece of chicken to check the exterior, and it already developed some color. So I will flip the other chicken as well, and now I will also add in all other ingredients. The broccoli, garlic, chili, bay leaves, and lastly I will also add in 1 teaspoon of ginger. Give everything a nice stir. I will also flip the chicken again to check the other side, and then I will add in my sauce. Now reduce the heat to low, close the lid, and let it simmer for 15 minutes, and this is the reason why chicken breast is not a good idea for this meal. It will completely dry out. After 15 minutes of simmering, I will flip the chicken so both sides can get some sauce, and stir all vegetables for the same reason. Close the lid again and let it simmer for 10 more minutes. After 25 minutes in total, remove the lid and check the sauce for seasoning. It should taste slightly vinegary, umami and sweet all at once. Also, if you want to make this sauce a bit more thick, you can simply add a bit of water into a glass and add in about a teaspoon of cornstarch and mix to prevent clumping. Add this into the sauce, mix everything and let it simmer for about 30 seconds. So this is already quite a substantial meal with less than 500 calories and will already taste amazing, but if you have some calories left, I would highly suggest you make some rice. I made 50 grams of basmati rice, add it on a plate and top it with vegetables, the chicken and the sauce. In combination with the rice, the sauce tastes absolutely delicious. The entire meal without the rice comes in with 480 calories, 37 grams of carbs, 21 grams of fat and 45 grams of protein. With the rice it would have 659 calories, 77 grams of carbs, 21 grams of fat and 48 grams of protein. If you like this recipe, you need to check out this beef and broccoli recipe that has similar flavors, so click on this video and see you there.